Good morning, our dear participants. Welcome to our webinar entitled Web Development Using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript Beginner's Guide. Before we begin, let's seek God's guidance and blessings. Let us bow our heads and put ourselves in the holy presence of the Lord. In the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together today for this opportunity to learn, grow, and share knowledge. We ask for your guidance and wisdom as we begin this webinar. Bless our speaker with clarity and confidence as he shares his expertise and open the minds and hearts of all participants to understand and appreciate the lessons that will be discussed. May this session inspire us to use our knowledge and skills for the benefit of others and for the betterment of our communities. Guide us throughout this activity and keep us safe always. We ask all this in your holy name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Once again, good morning, our dear participants. How are you this morning?
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay, so kindly send us virtual clap or thumbs up in order for you to be recognized this morning. Send us virtual clap or thumbs up, please. Okay. So I would like to recognize our dear participants from Lawaan National High School and of course from Talisay City College. Thank you for joining us this Sunday morning. We truly appreciate your decision to invest your time in learning new digital skills that are becoming increasingly valuable in today's technology driven world. Today's webinar is specially designed for beginners who want to understand the fundamentals of website development and gain practical knowledge that they can immediately apply. As technology continues to evolve, websites have become an essential part of businesses, education, government services, and everyday life. Behind every website are three fundamental technologies that work together: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Throughout today's session, you will discover how these technologies create responsive, interactive, and modern websites from scratch. More importantly, this webinar is not only about learning programming concepts, it is about building a strong foundation that can open opportunities for freelancing, employment, entrepreneurship, and continuous professional development in the field of information technology. We hope that by the end of today's session, you will not only understand the basics of web technologies, but also gain the confidence to continue learning and creating your own web projects. Again, welcome everyone and thank you for choosing Artec Digital Solution PH as your learning partner. So, webinar house rules and reminders. Before we officially begin, allow me to share a few reminders to ensure that our webinar will be organized, interactive, and enjoyable for everyone. Please keep your microphone muted throughout the session unless you are recognized by the moderator. If your internet connection becomes unstable, don't worry. Simply reconnect to the meeting as soon as possible. We encourage everyone to participate actively by listening attentively and taking notes during the discussion. If you have questions while the speaker is presenting, kindly type them in the chat box. Our moderator will collect your questions and raise them during the question and answer session. Please avoid interrupting the speaker while he is discussing the topics so that we can maximize our learning time. We appreciate your cooperation in observing these simple guidelines. Now, it is my privilege and honor to introduce our distinguished resource speaker for today's webinar. Our speaker is a dedicated information technology professional and educator who has built his career by combining industry expertise and excellence in teaching. With strong background in computer programming, networking, database management, and software development, he has extensive experience in the installation, configuration, and maintenance of servers, storage systems, and point of sale solution. His industry experience has enabled him to work with various technologies that support business operations and enterprise systems. Aside from being an IT professional, Mr. Arles M. Iligan also served as a senior high school teacher at Lawaan National High School under the Department of Education, where he teaches Information and Communications Technology or ICT. Through his teaching, he equips learners with practical digital skills while preparing them for future careers in the technology sector. Mr. Iligan earned his Bachelor of Science in Information Technology from Surigao State College of Technology and later completed his certificate in professional education at Cebu Technological University. He is a licensed professional teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our speaker with a warm virtual round of applause, please, Mr. Arles M. Iligan. Sir Arles, the virtual floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, good morning, everyone. How's your day? Okay, so this morning, uh, you invest about when it comes to technology, no, specifically when it comes to web development. So this morning we discuss and we'll learn throughout this web development about the HTML5, CSS3, as well as the JavaScript. So these three components of technology is one of the most important thing when it comes to developing a website. Okay. So this morning, so all the resources as well as the installer, no, ako is share for Google Drive. So through this chat box, I will send about the link for our necessary when it comes to building a website. Okay, so in our chat box, so I send about the directory or repository about the uh, necessary information as well as the sources, no, as well as the installer of web development. Naklaro ra ninyo? Na-access ra ninyo ang kuan Google Drive? No, ang sulod sa Google Drive, it's about WAM server, installer, as well as the Sublime text. No? So the first thing that we should have to set up is the these two, no, Sublime text for code editor. So the Sublime text is used for the programmer when it comes to writing the source code, no, specifically our activity this morning. So we are going to discuss about the HTML5 as well as uh, CSS, then JavaScript. Okay, so this is the front end development, no? You are wonder how to develop a website, what are the components. So this is your guideline, no? On how to develop a website from scratch, no? So first, so we need to understand about the HTML, no? About the CSS and JavaScript. This is what we call front end, no? Uh, Front end languages when it comes to developing a website. Okay, so let's proceed. So the next is it's about HTML, CSS3 as well as the JavaScript. So when we talk about HTML, that is what we call structure, no, structure of the website or web page. Then the CSS3, it is about presentation, how it looks and responds to the user. Then the JavaScript, so behavior, what does when user interacts. So the JavaScript is responsible for user interaction. While HTML5, it is what we call the structure, no, of the web page or website. In the CSS, CSS3, This is about how it looks and responds based on the website being built. So when it comes to modern, interactive, and responsive modern web application, these three is always is the foundation when it comes to creating a website. No? Sila ang gitawag na front-end languages. Okay, so this is a virtual journey for HTML structure to complete interactive web pages. No, later on, we'll develop web pages from scratch about we are using the HTML5, CSS3, as well as the JavaScript for responsive user interface. So this is the structure, no? Structure, organized content, the media content, then the API. So API, which means application programming interface. This is just when it comes to running a website for modern web applications. So this is the content about what are the elements composed when it comes to developing a website. No, later on, we have an example so that you can try. So don't worry, all the activity is being sent through our GC, no, for you to practice. The header, so it is about the introduction of branding. So navigation or nav. The main content, the article, contents, related content, and footer, closing info. So these are the elements of the web page. No, later on ato ni siya i-actual. Then this is the HTML content structure, the style when it comes to CSS, and the behavior, which means for JavaScript for user interaction. So structure, presentation, and behavior. So this is the actual functions of each specific language. So example, HTML5 for structure, CSS3 is for presentations uh, to make the web page more attractive to the user. So the JavaScript, so it is a programming language. So the CSS and the HTML5 is used for designing only for the web page. No, the JavaScript is a programming language for user interaction. So that is the difference between these three front end. Okay, so through these three front end languages, so we can create a responsive website, no? Built experience that are structured, beautiful, interactive, and accessible. Okay, so let's proceed to the proper discussion for for HTML5 for structuring. Let's wait for a while. Sharing. Okay, so first we need to study about the HTML5 or the hypertext markup language. So when it comes to developing a website, so the first thing that we should have to learn is the HTML5 because this is one of the important component when it comes to creating a web page. So what is HTML all about? No, HTML stands for hypertext markup language. No, HTML is the standard markup language for creating a web pages. Next is HTML describes the structure of a web page. HTML consists of a series of elements. HTML elements tell the browser how to display the content. Then HTML elements label pieces of content such as this is the heading, this is a paragraph, this is a length. So which means HTML is the structure of a web page. So this is our example of HTML file or documents. So when it comes to creating a website, so the first thing is we need to use the code editor, no? I have here a Sublime Text, this one. Okay, so this is the Sublime Text. So I need to open the activity one. This is our activity one. Activity number. So this is the our maklaro ra siya. Okay. Maklaro ra ninyo ang ato activity one. Okay. So the first thing is this is what we call this is the opening tag, no? So this file it represent uh, about the HTML5, no? Exclamation open tag exclamation then doc type then HTML, so it represent that we are using the HTML5 format, no? The second is this is what we call the HTML header. No, the purpose of this is to indicate that this file is HTML file. Okay? So next is head. No, this one. So it is a standard. This is what we call syntax. No, when we said about syntax, when it comes sa English, that is what we equivalent in grammar. No? In different types of languages, there is what we call syntax, no? As their standard rule when it comes to writing the source code. Okay, so this one, each one, so each one it represents about how uh, font size is being displayed in the page. No, the page. This is what we call paragraph form. No, it will display the text inside the paragraph when it comes to displaying a page. So first is we need to run this file. So all we have to do is to right click this one, then open with Google Chrome. Oh, this is the displayed output, no? So this is the source code and this is the output, no? This one. So this is the output of this source code. Okay, so I will send this file to our GIS so that you can practice. I think that's more fun. There siguro. Yes. So this is our first activity, no? You can perform this first activity whether you can use this Sublime Text. Okay, the Sublime Text is already sent, no? To this Google Drive. This one, Sublime Text. Naka-access mo sa kuan? Sa installer? By the way, participants, naka-kuan ra mo, naka-follow ra mo sa ako instruction. Okay. So, kung wala mo kuan, kung wala mo naka-install about sa Sublime Text, No, you can use the one compiler. So this one, onecompiler.com. Then use this one, the HTML file. No, mao na siya. No, you can erase. Pwede rin na siya i-erase. Then paste. All you have to do is to copy the source code, then paste, copy, then paste, and the one compiler. So this is what we call online code editor. No? As you have see, naka-follow ra mo sa kuan one compiler. So this is the online code editor. No, it is also portable when it comes to writing HTML file, no JavaScript, CSS. Right after that, you can test the source code, no, by clicking the run button. No, this one. Okay na. Naka-follow ra. Then, if you can use the Sublime Text, okay ra, pwede ra. You can use the Sublime Text, no? So, being a web developer, you need to choose the right tools when it comes to writing the source code, no? Dapat if you use the tools, it should be user-friendly, easy to use. No, that is one of the requirements when it comes to uh, using this code editor for developing a web page. Okay, let's proceed to the presentation. The next is about sa different types of tags when it comes to HTML. So I have discussed about the types of declarations that defines that this document is an HTML5 document. No, the HTML elements is root element of an HTML page. No, like this one when it comes to Sublime Text. Ano siya ang root element? This is the declaration about the HTML5. So when it comes to browsing the file in the browser, so the browser determines that this file content about the HTML5, no, the latest when it comes to hypertext markup language. Then, so the head elements contains meta information about the HTML page. So then title, so element specifies title for HTML page. So the title will be appear on the web page. So example, this one. So our title is page title. So this one. So this page title can be appear in the browser. No, for example, this one. Okay. This is what we call page title. So appear in the header part of the browser. No, page title. This one. This is what we call page title. Next is it's about body. No, elements defines the document's body, that is container for all the visible contents such as headings, paragraphs, images, hyperlinks, table, lists, and etc. So the body, this is the starting point of reading the web browser about the page. This one. This is the body. Then right after that, this is what we call element of the body. No, this is the element displayed, formatted in the web page. No, this one, my first heading, my first paragraph. So it will appear on this part. Okay, so that is the output, formatted text. Next. Next is each one element defines a large heading. No, so each one is the largest heading font size. No, if we are change that into 2, the size of font size will also change. No, for example, this one. So we are using the online HTML. So I will directly change this to H2, then run. Okay, run. Okay, so there's a changes in size. No, mugamay ni siya. And this one. Then run. Nasa changes when it comes to sizes. Okay, next is we have another example. So the P, this is what we call paragraph form when it comes to displaying the formatted text. So in our example, so this is the formatted text. No, this is the my first paragraph. So this is what they call paragraph. No, declare about P. Next is okay. So this is about the elements when it comes to HTML. So the first thing is we need to create a tag name. So example, this one. So the tag name in every part. So this is a tag name for title page. This is for body. No, this is the main part where the displayed text will be displayed on the web browser. So this is the closing body. So when it comes to creating a web page, so we should that is what we call standard form when it comes to creating a web page, no? Standard syntax that we need to follow when it comes to creating a web page. Okay, next. So next is so part of this is so in activity number 2, this is what we call registration. No, we are using the form. So one of the important part of HTML is what we call the registration form. No, so this is our activity number 2. So as you have noticed, from the very simple form, from the very simple web page, we are now in progress about the form, di ba? When it comes to registration, example, Facebook, no, we need to register our first name, last name, middle name, no? Those are the important informations. Then those are the foundation when it comes to creating a website, no? So unsa man ay source code? So this is the source code of that, no, for activity number 2. So this is our activity number 2. Kira? Maklaro ra ninyo ang kuan? So we are applying about the different types of text style, no? So that we can apply it for to make it beautiful or to make it to have it a design when it comes a web page, no? We are applying the different types of text format. No? This is what we call the HTML form. Starting from this. No, this is the HTML format. Okay, so we have here an output. No? Registration. This is what we call the registration form by using HTML tags. Okay, so the output. Okay, so this is the output. Registration form. So this one, this is what we call placeholder. So nano siya placeholder, no? This is what we call placeholder. Okay. So this is what we call placeholder. So the purpose of placeholder is to determine, no, uh, to guide, uh, to guide user or client what are the things to be inputted in the text field. This one, this is the placeholder, no? Kabantay mo login mo sa ato username o password sa Facebook. So nasa yay placeholder or different website. So the purpose of that placeholder is to remind or to guide the user what are the necessary informations to be inputted in the text box, no? Like this one. Okay. So this code is written in Sublime Text. So all we have to do is to copy the source code. Then we can also test the source code in the online code editor. No? So this is the output. You can try it by using the uh, one compiler code editor, or you can use also the Sublime Text. Naka-follow ra mo diha for the example. So ato lang niibutang sa kuan be. Para maka-participate mo ako niibutang diri sa GC sa chat box so that you can participate our online activity. So don't worry, the all the activity is uh, will be pasted sa ato Google Drive, no? All of the activity from HTML to CSS as well as the JavaScript so that you can practice, no? Then later on in the last is we are going to create a mini project. It is a combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, no? Then I will teach you also on how to configure the WAM server when it comes to deploying local website, then as well as how to deploy your website in the cloud, no? In the cloud technology example of this is the ifas.com. No, this is the website or hosting responsible for managing your website. Are you done performing activity number 2? Okay na ba mo? Okay, very good, no? Okay, next. Okay, okay, next is we need to, so this is activity 3. So in activity number 3, so all we have to do is to develop a landing page, no? So landing page, which means that is your, actually the file name of landing page is either index.html or index.php. So at this moment, we are using it as index.html, no, for HTML purposes. Then this website or this example is to be pasted. We should have to use the WAM server when it comes to running this website through local server. Okay ra? So this is our activity number 3 for HTML. We are using the landing page of the website. Okay, so the first thing is we need to configure the WAM server, no, because we're trying to deploy this in a local server setup. Okay. So first is I will send you the source code of this for activity number 3 so that you can also perform, no, for our activity number 3 online. Okay, first is this is the activity number 3 source code. Okay. So you access already the activity number 3. But before that, before we deploy about the activity number 3, there are important things that we need to configure, no? So that this landing page is running, no? Okay, so all we have to do is first is we need to obtain the IP address when it comes to deploying our landing page to the local server. So we need to get first the IP address for server configuration. So this is ipconfig/all. Okay, so the first thing is we need to get the IP address copy. Then next is we need to proceed to drive C. Test one, then WAM server 64, then in bin, then Apache server, then Apache 2.4.46, then the configuration folder, then http.config, open. No. Next is we need to locate the IP address setting. So this one. So I will change based on the IP address of this one computer. So the IP address is this one 10.165.138.114. So the 80, this is the what we call port services, no? Based on this IP address. Then right after that is we need to click save. Okay. Save. Then next is we need to run the WAM server in the desktop. No, this installer is already included in uh, the Google Drive. No, this is also included so that you can install and practice this WAM server. Okay, so we will wait when the server is ready for deploying our first project about the landing page. Okay, so this one. So we will wait until this one's green. No, it changed into a green color. Okay, so the WAM server is already green. No, so all we have to do is to access this. Okay, the WAM server. Okay, the WAM server is it should be accessible. Okay, this we should have to copy this IP address. Next is we need to paste this IP address in the browser so that we can make sure that this WAM server is already running. Then click OK. So the WAM server page is being displayed, so which means the configuration and IP configuration is correct. Okay. So next is we need to deploy our landing page to WAM server for local server deployment. Okay, so copy. We need to copy this file. Next is we need to paste this in the WAM server settings, this one www. So all we have to do is to create a folder or specific folder. So example, this is test one. Okay. Then paste the activity. Okay, next is we need to access this file through test one. Okay, so test one. So this is our file. Okay. So refresh. Okay, next is we need to locate the folder, the test one, this one. So we need to copy that title, test one, in the web page. And only we have to do is to add slash test one, then the file name. So what's the file name of this? Yes. Copy. Then enter. This one is the so to the run. We can run this already directly through a shortcut page. CTP. www test. Okay, this one. So we can also right click or open file. Okay, so this is the landing page, no, in the WAM server. So this is important when it comes to creating a website. So we should have to deploy it in the WAM server, no, so that we can access through our phones, no, within a network, no. This is the landing page. This one. So this is the landing page. So the purpose of landing page is uh, if you want to create a website, the landing page is the first thing, no, the user will be interacting. No, for example, this is home. No, this is home. Then the next is about, no, about the website. So everything about the website, the functionality, no, what's the purpose of making this website, then features. So this navigation bar is used for functionality of the system. Okay. So another is contact. So contact, which means uh, in case of if you are trying to access the system, so you need to contact about the owner of this website. So whether you need a booking or this one, no, you need to avail the services. So that is the important of web page, no, when it comes to creating a landing page. No, this is just only an example. No, later on, so we deploy about example this one to the cloud, no, cloud website, so that we can test whether we can access throughout, no, as long as you are connected to the internet, no, you can access this website or the website that you are created later on, no, elsewhere as long as you are connected sa internet. Okay, so we are done about activity number 3. So it's about the power when it comes to creating a landing page, no, for a website. No, these are example, no, functionalities or features about the system. Okay, next is we need to proceed to the CSS. No, although this HTML is also content about the simple CSS file, no. Kani siya is kaning color. This is also a CSS file. Okay, let's proceed to CSS. No, the importance of CSS when it comes to developing a website. CSS. Okay, so this is the CSS. So cascading style sheet. So the purpose of this is when it comes to creating a website, so you need to create a design, no, to make your website more attractive to the end user. No, the style, no. It's because HTML is just only a structure of your web page, but CSS it makes look live, no, when it comes to creating a website. Okay, so CSS, it is a language we use to style a web page. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on screen, paper, or in other media. Then, CSS saves a lot of work, so it can control the layout of multiple web pages all at once, and CSS also can access to the use of external style sheets are stored in CSS files. Okay, so it is not avoided that when it comes to creating a website, so we use CSS. So CSS is used to define styles for web pages, including the design, layout, and variations in display for different devices and screen sizes. So, di ba, there's a lot of devices that we can use when it comes to accessing a web page, no? Pwede ta mag cellphone, pwede ta mag tab, pwede ta mag laptop, pwede ta mag PC. So all of these gadgets is different when it comes to screen size, no? Muna na moabot kuan si responsive design. So responsive design is one of the characteristic of CSS. No, i-adjust niya based on the screen size. No, lahi-lahi man na siya og screen size. So through the use of CSS, your website is adapting based on the screen size. So nga na siya ka-important. So mo na siya ang CSS, no? Mo na siya ang ato activity number 1. So don't worry kay ato ni siya i-practice. So more on hands-on ta diri, no? Don't worry about the resources, no? All the resources is space na diri sa ato Google Drive, no? So diri ta sa so these are the resources being used, no? Complete na ni siya from HTML to CSS as well as the JavaScript kani. So kani siya is kaning ato gidiscuss is just only the content from these materials, no? So you can read these materials, no? So kaning naa diri na mga activity is quoted from this uh, sources. Next is we need to perform our activity number 1 for CSS. Ito siya. So this is our example 1 for the CSS. No, although they are the same with HTML, but when it comes to styling or syntax, so it is different, no? No, na each one sa each one, na siya kaugalingon po niya property and value, no? This is how the CSS works when it comes to displaying. So example, ganina is simple na to siya, but this time na siya color, no, sa web page. So CSS is the one responsible when it comes to applying the color and layout of your web page. Okay, so ako ni siya i-send. So this is the activity number 1 of CSS. No, this one. So ako ni siya i-send sa GC. Okay, so this one. Okay. Next is data suggest. This is activity number 1 for CSS para maka-follow mo. So we can also use the online code editor. So which is the one compiler, also the one compiler. This one. One compiler. Okay. For our live demonstration, no? If you're not using the Sublime Text for your local, so you can also use this online code editor, the one compiler. Okay, this one. Okay, then run. Warang na-hide siya. Dako orang iya kuan. Dako orang iya size. Light blur. Siya ka kuan. So, dito tayo sa Sublime Text. Okay. Ay siya, mura siya oh. So this is the This is the output, no? Dili siya makuan sa one compiler. So, ato ni adjust ang iya settings. Or we can also use the uh, Visual Studio. This one. Para natay option. Okay, this one. This is the Visual Studio. So, file, new text file. This one. Test. CSS. CSS. 0. So, add me. So, okay. So we can also we can also use the Visual Studio when it comes to uh, when it comes to creating a web page. Okay. So light one. For activity number 1. Okay, so we can also use this file save as. Okay, so this tab for CSS1. Okay, so this is the this one. So run file. Okay, so this is the output using the Visual Studio. No, they are the same. So there is a PCAS. Kani is, I think, dito siya na putol ang iya pag-copy. Mo to dili siya mo display. So we need to paste the entire source code. This one. Okay. So we are using the different types of code editor, no? Same ra na sila og output. No, either we are using the Sublime Text, this one, no? Then we are using also the online code editor, which is the one compiler. So same ang output. Then we are using also the Visual Studio. Okay, so Visual Studio, this is a code editor used by the Microsoft, no, when it comes to creating a website. No, there's a lot of code editor being used by the programmer or web developer when it comes to creating a website. Okay, so we are done with activity number 1 about sa CSS. So let's proceed to activity 2. So as the time we discuss about the CSS, so we are on progress, no, from basic to advanced, no. Okay, for activity number 2 of CSS, so because we are running out of time, no, kay 9:25, so dapat mahuman nato ni before 10. Okay, so let's proceed to CSS activity number 2. By the way, naka-follow ra mo sa activity number 1 sa CSS? Naka-follow ra? Na naman ang source ko diri, no? Okay ra, sige, naka-follow ra sa kuan. Okay, let's proceed to activity number 2 for CSS. So it's about activity number 2. So this one. No? This is activity number 2. Okay, this one. Okay, so it's about coloring. No, it's about we apply about the color when it comes to CSS. What's red color? Okay, so this one. Okay, so I will copy this one for activity number 2. Then first is we need to paste this in online. No, we are using the one compiler. This one. Okay, so As you have noticed, when it comes to CSS, so which means all the text in paragraph is red, no? This one, no? Red ang output niya. It's because by declaring this style, so it is what we call P, so it represents the paragraph, this one. Then color and value is red. Text align is center. So as you have noticed, the hello world as well as these paragraphs are styled with CSS is red. It's because it is declared based on this line of CSS styling. No? So that's why the output is red and text. Okay, so for activity number 2, so this is the example for when it comes to styling or coloring or font size of text. Okay, so that is our activity number 2 of CSS. Okay, next is we proceed to CSS activity number 3. No, aside from that is it's about the different types of styling in CSS. So okay, this is the activity number 3 of CSS. First is we need to run in order for us to see what is the output. Okay, so this is what we call, no? Diba, mura gyapon siya og landing page by using CSS, no? As you have noticed, na siya gitawag na effects, no? This is what we call frames, no? Na siya frames when it comes to, as you have noticed, na siya styling, no? Na siya, this is what we call keyframes, no? Moving keyframes in your website. So this is the importance when it comes to developing a website. So the landing page should be attractive sa user, no, di ba? Na siya home, so direta sa home, pictures, no? Kung imo na siya i-touch, nakakuha na siya, naka-float na siya, no? Naka-float na siya, dili na siya kanang static page. So na siya ay nindot na lively na and attractive na. It's because of CSS. No, as you have noticed, there is a ubos na siya, no, siya gradient style. No, move siya without user interfere. No, mudaga na siya automatic na. It's because of power of CSS. No, it makes your website more interactive. No, diha na siya kuan. Na siya mga gradient effects. So ingana ka-important when it comes to creating a web page or landing page by using of CSS. Ba? Okay, so activity number 3 ako ni siya i-share in order for you to practice. No? Okay, activity number 3. This one. So this is pwede ra ninyo ni practiceon sa inyo balay. So although this is a lot of code, no? Ako na siya gi-prepare para at least nana mo'y mapraktisan. No, kay importante man ni ang mag-practice. Kay it is also important that you should have to learn about the foundation of CSS as well as the HTML before you can create example this landing page. Kay daghan naman siya na component, but these are the components composed of HTML and CSS. So there is ato ra gi-maximize about the importance on how to use the CSS when it comes to creating a website. It's because the output of this is example of website page na. No? So this is the example of website page. Ano na siya yung mga home, pictures, no? This one, na siya yung mga effects through the use of CSS. So that is the importance of CSS when it comes to creating a website to make it more lively and attractive to the user. Okay, so this time we proceed to the JavaScript, no? Ang ganina is, ang giingon is JavaScript it is about user interaction to make your website more interactive when it comes to user appearance, no? So we are done about the structured and creating a web page about HTML. Next is we are already done about the CSS to styling, no? what are the proper placement, how the web page being attractive, no? How it looks about your web page. Okay, so diri na ta sa interactive about the JavaScript. No? JavaScript is this is what we call the web scripting language, no? To make our website more lively. Okay, so we are now in the JavaScript. So this one JavaScript. Okay, so this is a JavaScript. So this is about very short about JavaScript. It's because we are more on applications. But don't worry, or the materials about the JavaScript is already in the in Google Drive, no, a shared Google Drive. Okay, so what is JavaScript all about? Okay, so this is the introduction to JavaScript. This is what we call web scripting language. Okay, so JavaScript is a programming language of the web. It can calculate. So as I told you before that JavaScript is a programming language. So the purpose why it is programming language because it can calculate. So calculate which means to perform the basic mathematical operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication. No, those are the IMDAS in math which is the JavaScript can perform. So moingon gani ta og programming language. So which means this language can perform the basic mathematical operation in math. No, ingana na siya. It's because HTML and CSS is not a programming language while no, it belongs to design and fundamental of front end. Okay, it can update and change both HTML and CSS. So that is one of the characteristic of JavaScript. So this is our first activity of JavaScript, no? So first, so this is the standard. So this is the standard when it comes to creating a JavaScript file, no? It should be in script, then close script. So inside that, that is what we call body, where the JavaScript first read about the element, no? Mao na siya ang get element by ID. So that is one of the characteristic of JavaScript when it comes to executing the formatted text inside the script file. Okay, so ato ni siya iparun. So what is the output of this file? Okay, so let's proceed to activity number 1. Okay, this one. JavaScript activity number 1. So in JavaScript, there's a lot of example no until activity number 6 so that we can appreciate the functionality of JavaScript when it comes to implementing in web page no. So this is our first activity. So run file. So this one. Okay, so that is a JavaScript file. So na siya no. Wala ang iya pa. So this is a JavaScript file. Ato sa niikoan eh. Test nato ni in different platforms no, para makita ninyo. JavaScript. Okay, so this one. Open with this one. Okay. So we need to copy this. Okay. For your, this is your activity number 1 in JavaScript. So, okay, we can also try it in online. So that is the first JavaScript, no? So inside this element is, this is my first JavaScript. So mana siya ang ma-display. You know, my first JavaScript file. So this is activity number 1. So which means we are using the standard form or structure when it comes to creating a JavaScript. So kani siya. Sir, how about kanang sa ibabaw? No? So which means the JavaScript can be implemented inside sa HTML file. No? As we have noticed na JavaScript can make our web page more interactive. Okay, so that is our activity number 1 in JavaScript. So okay, let's proceed to activity number 2. Oh, this one. So first is we need to run Okay, so this time there is what we are applying about the button. No, there's what we call button click me. So which means this one click me. Then uh, the text above is changed. No, based on the click button get element by ID. Okay, this is example. Okay, activity number 2 for JavaScript. Okay, this one. So from this, okay, no? From this, mo transfer siya or change into this one. So katong button, so this is the standard procedure, standard syntax when it comes to creating a button, no? When it comes sa JavaScript. So this word click me is the name of the button, no? As you have noticed here. This one, no? Click me. Kung ako na i-click, so it will change the JavaScript can change HTML content to welcome to JavaScript programming. So there's what they call a simple user interaction through the use of button, no? In your web page. Next is, at sa kay wala pa na ko na paste. So ako ni siya i-paste sa GC for your activity number 2. Activity number 2. This is activity number 2. Okay. So next is we need to proceed for our activity number 3. Daghan pa rin siya kay para ato ma-appreciate kung unsay advantages if we are using the JavaScript. Okay, so this one first is we need to run the file. Okay, the JavaScript calculator. So, di ba, mao ni ako giingon na in order for us to test the programming language whether it is a truly programming language is the programming itself can be what? Can perform a basic mathematical operation. So nanata sa calculator ani no? So this is easy. So 7, this is 7 times 7. So ang answer kay 49. So ato i-click ang equals. That is correct, no? Ato ni siya i-clear all. All clear. Okay? So unsa may ato 4 plus 4 equals 8. No? So kani siya, this is a combination of HTML plus CSS plus JavaScript. No? We can create a calculator functionality through the use of these front-end languages. No? It is a combination of HTML for structure, kaning mga color niya, this one, that is what we call CSS, kani po ang styling. Then, when it comes to performing the mathematical operation, it is the JavaScript who can perform it. Kay kani sa HTML and CSS, there's no ability of these two languages can perform this basic mathematical operation. No, only the JavaScript can perform this type of calculation. No, dili maka-perform sa HTML o CSS, just only for structure, design. So kaning mga color diri si CSS na ang structure ani si HTML, but the functionality of this calculator is through JavaScript, no, di ba? Nan man this is the starting point of interaction, no? Example, maingon ta 1,000, clear all, 1,000 na times 1,000 kung ma-perform na siya mo sakto ba o calculate equals, di ba? Pila may answer niya? 1 million. So ingana siya kakuan ka accurate when it comes to computation. It's because JavaScript is responsible as the capability when it comes to mathematical computation. Sir, ang source code ana, so natay source code ani, no? In order for you to practice, no? Para maka-practice mo, para mao din siya ang kuan. It's because the best way to practice or to apply the HTML and CSS as also the JavaScript is there is what we call an application. Ato siya kubi-kubion, no? Unsa may function ani. Kanus ama na siya mo function, kanus ama na siya mo capture og kuan, no? So ingana dapat mag-practice. It's because programming is more on practice sa coding, no? Sir, ma-error man sir. So that is normal, no? Even the most experienced programmer can commit mistakes. But programming is designed for practice. Trial and error man yung kuan. So we need to test our code whether it is function based on our expected output. No, example this calculator sir mo na perfect na ba dayon nimo pagsuwat ani na program? Mo error na siya, no? It's because we need to follow the standard when it comes to writing the source code. No, we need to follow the rules. Okay, sir, asa man ang source code ana? Okay, so ako ni hatag ang source code. So mo siya ang source code for activity number 3. Siya i-copy para naamoy guideline. But don't worry, all the activity is ako po ni ipasa dito uh, sa front end na folder para namoy mapraktisan. No, para inyo i-practice para namoy compilation sa activity from HTML, CSS to JavaScript. Kaya sa ni paste. Okay, send. So this is activity number 3. Okay, let's proceed for activity number 4, no? Ato ni humanon kay para na amoy output na mapraktisan sa inyo balay. Okay, so ang output ani, so this one. Okay, so kabantay ka na moving, change planet. So ako na siya i-change. So that is one of the example of JavaScript function. No? Kung ako na siya i-click, so this one, mo change siya og color, no? Change mo green siya, then unsa man na color, no? Violet, mo balik siya og blue, yellow. So that is one of the characteristic kanang gitawag na siya og JavaScript can also animate objects na kapantay ka ana oh. So that is one JavaScript is one of the requirements when it comes to creating games. It's because the JavaScript has the ability to animate objects or drawings based on functionality. No? Kabantay ka na so mga games one of the programming language used when it comes to creating games is JavaScript. No, we can also use the C++, Java. No, but when it comes to more interactive, more dynamic is we use the JavaScript. No, okay. So without user interaction, pwede ra na mo move an object based on the JavaScript capability when it comes to animate the object or to move the object. So nga na siya. Okay, so this is our activity number 4. So I will paste this in our GC group chat para ma-practice ninyo. So this one. Okay. Ano siya ang source code for animated 3D. Chat box. This is activity number 4, no? And we have remaining 2 activities. Okay, so let's proceed to activity number 5. Okay, so second to the last, this is the activity number 5. Okay, run. Okay, so this is another. So, kung ano siya kanang landing page tani siya, no? One of the basic when it comes to creating a landing page, so there should be an animation. No, usually kanang ari ka sa mga kids, no? Ganahan na sila mga animation. So, one of the characteristic of this is to by the use of JavaScript, no? Pwede ta there sa home. Okay, so services, no? Move na siya. So, di ba kabantay mo mura na siya o kanang landing page na natural, no? na siya user interaction with animation. So ingana ka powerful when it comes to creating a JavaScript, no? Na say user interaction, contact, no? Getting started. So na siya yung mga forms, no? It is combination of HTML and CSS, no? So ingana na siya ang example na to sa activity number 5 by the use of JavaScript, no? Ingana na siya ka function. Nindot na siya lantawon for to attract user, no? Kung mag-develop ka og website more interactive, kay nga naman ang kuan to make your website more appealing to the user and user, so mo gamit na ta og different types of kanang mag-animate, no? Dili na siya static. So your page is dynamic, no? It can directly interact with the end user. Okay? So next is our ako sa din i-paste ang kuan activity number 5 sa ato GC para maka-perform. Okay, activity number 5. This is the source code. Okay. Okay, so this is activity number 5. Okay, so our last activity, okay, no, before we proceed to the cloud technology about front end is we need to perform the last activity of JavaScript, no? That's activity number 6. So this is our last activity for activity number 6. Okay. Okay, so kanina, no? Na nasayay user interface, no? Pwede na kadiri makalagin, no? There's one with another animated objects, no? This is also used when you are creating about your website, no? Later on na ko i-apply na website for it is already registered sa cloud-based so that we can appreciate that through the use of these front-end technologies, we can develop the interactive website. No, mao man siya ang pinaka-purpose. Okay, so I will paste the source code of this in in our chat box so that we can proceed to our deployment to example of website which is already deployed in cloud technology. No, naka-cloud na siya so we can access this website anywhere, no? Simple website. Okay. Source code for our activity number 5. So this is our last activity for activity number 6 in JavaScript. Okay, so let's proceed to the cloud technology. So it is important for us. So while we build websites, no, local, so dito sa WAM server, then it is important for us to know where to deploy your projects or website in cloud technology, no, so that we can access those website as long as we are connected sa internet. No, ako sa close. Okay. So my recommend, so I will recommend this. This is what we call the cloud technology that I'm using when it comes to deploying the product, no, the website, the created website through the use of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, no. Okay, so this one, nara ko sample na website. So this one, so mag-create ra mo diri, pwede ra mo diri mag-create og inyo kaugalingon na account, no? So, sir, nganong kana man is because this is more reliable when it comes to creating your website, no? Pag daghan may kuan kanang mga host na cloud-based, example kanang GoDaddy, Hostinger, no? But I recommend to use the ifast.net ifastnet.com kay more ni siya ka user friendly, no? So, ato siya i-refresh. I-refresh na nato. Okay, so this is the ifast.net, no? Diri ka mag-register og imo website, no? So unsaon man napagkuan? So kani siya siya gitawag na mga components, no? Diri ka makakita sa imo domain, nagibuhat nimo mga domain, no? Domain which means the register website, no? Diri. So kani ang ato, mo ni siya ang ako gigamit, no? So mo ni siya ang website na ato i-sample diri. So this is a simple website na ako gi-deploy, no? This one. No, although this is what we call e-commerce website, no? Na nakabantay mo na slider. So the purpose of slider is just to unsa man na navigate about different types of functionality sa system. So kani is ko ano siya kanang I think this website is for e-commerce website selling of meats. No, pwede ni siya alis na no, mag-selling of cellphones or different types of materials. No? There is a home, so this one. So about us. So diri makita mo diri ang about us. Then contact us, then category. So kung maaari ta sa port, mugawas na ang kuan. No? Kabantay mo ana. Kana siya. So this is cloud-based application. No? Pwede ra po na siya mo sign up. No? Mo sign up of user. Diba kabantay ta, ganina na atay gitawag na user registration. No, the user registration, the purpose of that is to register the user, no, kanang client to the system. So example, ako may admin ani, so pwede ra ko mo log in diri sa log in then admin account. That's one. No. Okay? So naa ko sa dashboard, no? Mao na siya ang kuan. Maka-create mo ani to the use only of unsa may ma-create ninyo ani to the use of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This is what we call user interaction. No, katong mga gipang kuan ako ganina, gipang register ng mga item na ato siya diri. No, diri ta sa product list to this one. Katong nakita nato dito sa kuan sa website landing page mauntong na diri. No, pwede na to siya ma-edit na to, no? Na edit na to kung unsa iya description, ma-change na po to dito. No? It's because if you are if you are known or knowledgeable about developing websites, pwede ka maka-create your own, no? The purpose of this is you can create your personal portfolio, no? You can create the actual website, no? So that is one of the important things if you learn, no? Pwede na ka mamaligya og website, no? Kung ngay magpa-create sa imong website, it's because you learned already the foundation of front-end development, no? This one functionality. So CSS rin siya. CSS ang pag-interact ng logout, logout na siya. So that is what we call JavaScript. No? That is how the powerful of front end when it comes to combining the three front end components, the HTML, the CSS, and the JavaScript. By the way, that's all for our training this morning. Do you have any question? Or unsa may inyo questions? Because after this training is na pa may kanang gitawag na intermediate training, no? Pero wala pa date amo ra mo i-update. At that training is we are using about the PHP and the MySQL for backend, no? So napamanta sa front end, napamanay partner na HTML, PHP and MySQL, no? So that your website will be fully functional, no? napamanta sa front end na discussion. So, do you have any questions? Naapa mo diha?
Okay, so thank you very much, Sir Arlis M. Iligan, for that insightful and informative presentation. So let's give Mr. Iligan a virtual clap, everyone. I'm sure everyone learned a great deal about the foundations of web development and how HTML, CSS, and JavaScript work together in building modern websites. So we will now proceed to one of the most exciting parts of our webinar, the question and answer session. To ensure that everyone has the opportunity to participate, kindly observe the following guidelines. If you have questions, please type them in the chat box. If you wish to ask your questions personally, kindly use the raise hand button or feature that and wait until the moderator acknowledges you. Please keep your questions related to today's webinar topic. Kindly keep your questions brief and clear so that we can accommodate as many participants as possible within our remaining time. Let us maintain professionalism, respect while interacting with our speaker and fellow participants. We encourage everyone to maximize this opportunity. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Your questions might also be the same questions that others have in mind. At this point, we will now entertain your questions.
Say question niya, sir.
Okay, so we have here question coming from Lizostri Dominic. How is JavaScript different from HTML and CSS?
Okay, so thank you very much for your questions. Okay, so HTML and CSS, so all those HTML is different also from CSS. So HTML, so based on our example is that is what we call the backbone of web page, no? So the HTML is the foundation when it comes to designing a web page or website, no? That is the foundation. While the CSS, the function of CSS is to apply for about the placement, no? Kung asa siya ibutang as well as ang ila color, no? So example, so this one, so arita sa CSS, arita sa CSS. So entire window share. So dito sa kuan mag-cite og example so about sa CSS. So this one dito sa CSS example sa activity number 2 lang siguro or 3. So dito. So kani so kabantay mo ani so our example is this one. Now as you have noticed when it comes to designing the CSS is more attractive, no? More attractive, more more interactive. Nindo siya og design, no? That is what we call dynamic design. So kung arita sa HTML, static design na siya, no? As in kuan na siya as in plain text. Kung sa kuan pa na mura na siya og kanang kuan kana siyang static page na wala jud siya ka-design dry ra jud siya, no? The CSS is used for more lively, more look, unsa man siya, mas nindot siya, no? Lively ang iya design, then more attractive sa end user. So that is one when it comes to placement, designing, when it comes to, no, based on this example, they are more interactive. No? Mas dali siya maka-attract og customer ba. It's because if you are a web developer, you need to maximize the ability to design a website more attractive sa user. So that is the time you apply about the CSS designing, no? So kani siya na website is landing page is daghan ni siya og mga HTML, as well as the HTML then the CSS functionality, no? Kabantay ka ani. So almost all nag-apply na siya og kuan kanang CSS to make it more attractive, no, to look sa mga end user. So that is the difference because HTML is static in design. That is what we call static page. Then the HTML, the CSS is used for more dynamic, more interactive, and more lively to attract the client, no, when it comes to designing this web page. So I hope that I answer your questions. Okay, so do you have any question, participants? Then ang JavaScript, ang JavaScript also is they are more interactive. So actually kung ari ta sa JavaScript example, so sir, ang JavaScript is more dynamic na siya. Then when it comes man sa programming is ang JavaScript can perform based on the example, no, can perform mathematical operation, no, kay matawag man na siya og can HTML and CSS perform the same with JavaScript? The answer is no, no. The CSS and the HTML cannot perform mathematical operation, no. Only the JavaScript. It's because JavaScript is a programming high level programming language, no. So based at example, so natay example diri, no, katong maka-perform siya og mathematical operation, no, through the use of this one. I think asa to the bit. Number 4. Moving objects. Arita sa number, I think number 3 yun siguro to. I think number 3. So, oh, this one, no? So one of the characteristic of uh, JavaScript is can perform mathematical operations because it belongs to programming language. No? At least na may idea ba pangutan-on mo. Sir, ang HTML o CSS is a programming language, at least maka differentiate na mo, no? HTML and CSS is not a programming language. It's used for designing a website or web page. But JavaScript can perform mathematical operation, no? Remember that programming is one of their purpose is to perform mathematical calculation. So daghan pay gamit aning JavaScript, no? For user interaction, no? So based on ato activity is they can animate objects, no? Maka-interact, there's what we call interaction between the user as well as the application. Okay, so another questions. Do you have any questions para ato ma-entertain ang koan? How do HTML and JavaScript work together to make a web page more interactive? Okay, so for example, ma'am, this kinsa man na si Ma'am Grace, no? So for example, this website katong ganina, no? So naday ko website na kuan, ipakita ninyo. Actually this is a POS, no, more interactive ni siya, no? This one, more interactive. So I would like to this one. Kanina lang siguro. Okay. So this is one of the POS system, no? This is a POS system. So this is a combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, no? Ako na siya i-login. So this is HTML. Then the JavaScript can determine whether the user and the password is matched based on the system being registered, no? This one, maaari ko sa click login, no? So natay diri dashboard. So this is dashboard, the inventory, the add items, then the sales report, then the categories, then the user management, this as well as the logout, no? Arita sa koan sa dashboard. Dirita sa arita sa sales report. So sales report, this is one of the functionality of the system, no, based on the data being based on the transaction being performed by the system. So arita sa today's cells, this one. So naano siya interaction, no, based on the system mo calculate ni siya. Then na po siya graphics, no, kanang ma-apply nato diri ang JavaScript, HTML, CSS. So kung arita sa ubos, so this one, no, kapantay mo ani this one. So kani siyang mga length, this one, that is what we call a JavaScript interaction. No, mo interact siya based on the transaction, no? This one. Oh, kabantay mo ani moving objects. That is what we call JavaScript function. Pero kaning pag-color ani, that is what we call CSS. Pag-build ani na kuan na graphs, this is what we call graphical representation of cells per item. See, this may nag-build ani si HTML, no? And to make it more attractive, so na mga bars diya si CSS. Pero kung ano siya user interaction, mo determine siya kung unsa na siya na item, that is what we call JavaScript, no, sa bar, no, mudagan siya based on their mo na siya ang kuan. Then diri sa ubos, JavaScript ang nagpadagan ana sa mga items, no, ana. Then kung mulag out, that is also JavaScript functionality, no, kamo na siya ang kuan combination. If you can combine these three front end, you can create an amazing application, no. Later on kung mag-practice na mo ani based sa mga example na gihatag nako is you will become an sa man web developer, front end developer, no, kay when it comes to become a front end developer, so you need to practice, you need to learn about the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for uh, creating an interactive and dynamic web page. I hope na answer na ko, Ma'am Grace. Can you still build make as a web page using HTML without JavaScript or required? Thank you. Actually, when it comes to, yes, makabuild ra ka og kuan, makabuild ra ka og website without JavaScript, but that is what we call static web page ra na siya, no? Kay pwede naman ka maka-create og design. Na example, I'm using only the HTML and CSS, but when it comes to user interaction, no? Like for example, katong mo determine na siya if the user and the password is correct, then therefore you have the chance, or you can access the main website, no? The functionality of the website, but through the use only of CSS, no, nakay limited ra when it comes sa user interaction. No, kay ang CSS of HTML is just only to build and web page raman, no, to make it more interactive to the user is you need to use the JavaScript. Okay, thank you, Bobier, for your questions. So napay pangutana, no, ingana ra, no. To complete the kuan the website, so sir, what are the components when it comes to creating a website, no? Para makuan mo ka ng nanamoy overview or nanamoy idea. So the front end, the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So that is one of the required when it comes to building a front end application of the website. But when it comes to more dynamic interaction, no, na mga validation like Facebook na mga, kung ganahan mo mag-create og kanang mga website, your own website, it is not avoided to use the PHP. No, the PHP is the scripting programming language used to communicate databases or backend. No, kung mogamit na po taog ka ng mogamit na po taog ka ng mga kuan, so unsa may naong anang PHP, sir. So actually, so ang naong sa PHP, so na diri ang naong sa PHP. Natay sample sa PHP. Para na may idea when it comes to developing a website. So this one. So alin ta sa kanang kuan. So kani mo na siya ang gitawag na PHP, no? Arita sa PHP functions, this one. Open with yes. So this one, mo siya ang gitawag na PHP kuan kanang PHP source code, no? Kani. Sir, unsay output ana? So although there's a lot of functionality, pero kani siya is matakol na to ni siya na topic kung ari na to sa kuan intermediate. It's because intermediate is that is the time you build a real PHP website program, no? So natay sample diri. So this is what we call sample. Then unsa may output ana, sir? So pwede ra ta mo browse diri sa sa this one. No, na ako'y gi-create this one. So mo ni siya ang sa school namo, no? Using PHP. So mo ni siya ang source code. Then so source code na siya. Then this is the output, kani siya ang output, mo siya ang source code. Sir, mausa ra na siya kakuan. I think kani ang source code ani, I think this contains about 20,000 lines of codes, no, different types based on this folder. No, asa mo tong folder ani, this one, no, napanay connection, mga header, home. So kani kung mo na siya ang total functionality when it comes to creating sa actual website na, no, na naman ay mga na naman siya gitawag na mga component, no? This one. So, unsa may naong ana, sir? So, unsa ato? Kung ato na siya login, din this is also deployed na sa kuan sa deployed na ni siya sa kuan. Deployed na ni siya sa cloud. No, na siya yung mga home, subject, no? Teacher levels, teachers, no, kani mga user interaction, no? So kani kabantay mo diri, kani siya, this is what we call timestamp, no? We are using about this as JavaScript, no? Pero pa kanang pag-function na, so example this one, ato na siya ikoan. Okay? So kanay mo time in na siya. So kanang pagkuan mga time in record, no, para sa attendance sa mga student is mogamit na siya og PHP, no? Ingana siya ka advanced when it comes to i-complete na tanan ba ang kanang components sa when it comes to creating a website. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, then MySQL. So mo na siya ang output, no? Kay kinahanglan man siya og kanang kuan, mura siya og package ba na before you can do anything, there's what we call requirements or mga ingredients, no? Mga ingredients ana kanang front end ug kanang back end. So mo na siya ang components that we need to learn when it comes to creating a full package of website. Okay, so kinsa pa may lain mangutana? Do you have any questions or clarifications about building websites? Pwede ra kung maka-assess, no? Na pa may questions or concerns or kuan? Wala namang guro sila question, sir.
Okay, so thank you so much, our dear participants. We hope that we answered your questions, our dear participants. As we come to an end of today's webinar, allow me to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who joined us. Thank you for spending your Sunday morning learning with Artec Digital Solutions PH. Your active participation and enthusiasm made today's session meaningful and successful. Our sincere appreciation goes to our resource speaker, Mr. Arles M. Iligan, for generously sharing his knowledge, his expertise, and valuable industry experiences. Your discussion has provided our participants with a strong foundation in web development and has inspired many of us to continue learning in the field of information technology. To our all participants, remember that learning web development is a journey. Every professional web developer started with the basic. learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Continue practicing what you've learned today, explore new technologies, and never stop improving your skills. Okay, so before leaving this meeting, please don't forget to accomplish the evaluation form. Okay, so I will send now the evaluation form in our chat box. I'll give you 3 minutes to accomplish this evaluation form. Okay, so the evaluation form are now posted in our chat box. And I'll give you 3 minutes to accomplish the evaluation form. Please send me virtual thumbs up if you can access the evaluation form, other participants. Thank you so much for your confirmation. Okay, so I believe that you're done accomplishing the evaluation form. Moving on, for your e-certificate, you need to accomplish the activities needed and upload a screenshot of your output in the repository. So I will send now the link for the repository. Okay, so the link now are now posted in our repository. Okay, so in the output repository, just create a subfolder under output repository and then create a folder with a file name using your full name and of course upload your outputs inside. And lastly, we want you to follow Artec Digital Solution PH for upcoming webinars and training programs. Stay connected through our official communication channels for future learning opportunities. On behalf of Arctic Digital Solutions PH, thank you once again for being part of today's webinar. May you continue learning, growing, and building amazing things through technology. Have a wonderful Sunday, stay safe, and happy coding, everyone. Thank you so much, and God bless us all.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so you may now leave here in our online meeting, online webinar, and of course, again, God bless everyone.